wasn't even raining, and the minute I fucking turned the bike on, it started to rain. You bastard. I even had to go back in and change my gear. I only had my my Kevlars on, and then it started to fucking rain. It was that real hazy fucking rain, the worst kind of rain. I have to go up and collect my my reg for the bike, and I want to get something looked at as well. So I wanted to get on the bike. As everyone knows, especially everyone who knows me, I fucking hate my bike. It's just getting really dirty. It's because it's my bike, my property, and I like keeping it nice. And in Ireland, the roads are just so bad you can't. So it annoys me. But I really want to get out on the fucking bike. I fixed the clock. The clock was off by like an hour and a half. Don't know how it goes off by an hour and a half, but it was. Changed the shift light on the bike. Shift light will come on at about 7,000 RPM. I think the ECU must have been like flashed or upgraded or whatever, like the stock. Like maybe I don't actually know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Everything's sorted now on the bike. The bike is on Irish plates. I'm now insured on it. Like, well, no, I was always insured on it. But my main issue was, and it's actually going to be what I want to talk about on this video, is there's always insurance in Ireland problems. I know these tyres are fucking not wet tyres, they're sports tyres. So they need a bit of heat to actually work. But yeah, insurance in Ireland is always a topic because it's so shit. Our issue is we're so small, we just don't have the competitive market, but also our government do not regulate it as good as every other country in the fucking world. Like our insurance is really bad here. So basically, if you are not from the UK or Ireland, you probably won't really know much about what's happening with Brexit. Or if you're not from Europe, let's say, you probably won't know much about what's going on with Brexit or what the fuck is Brexit. Basically, the United Kingdom is part of the EU, even though they still have a queen. And this is one of the things about it. So the UK have actually voted to leave the EU in order to keep their queen, their royal family, and I think a lot of it was to do with immigration. That's another separate case. I'm insured with a company based in, well, they have a base in Ireland, but their underwriters are in the UK, so it means they're not regulated by the Bank of Ireland, I think, like the Central Bank of Ireland. They're regulated by the UK, and that's why at 24 I'm able to get insured on a MT10, because in the UK, oh, this road's so dirty. In the UK, I have good driving history. Bike is not an R1 or something like that, so that's why. But in Ireland, all they see is a 24-year-old on a 1000cc bike, and they're like, not a fucking chance in hell. So my issue was I may not get insured in this bike. After going through all that, my issue was because of Brexit, the Carol Nash, who I'm insured with, they actually started going through AXA, which is a company in Ireland. AXA are a fucking rip-off for everything, especially bikes. And what makes things worse is they're not just a broker, they're a fucking underwriter, so they control everything. And thankfully, sticking into my neck, like that, I think it's the cable. So thankfully, AXA have been given such stupid fucking quotes. People have been leaving Carol Nash, and Carol Nash have been having to go through their own underwriter, that they've reverted a lot of their change. So I think the way it is now is that they will quote you on both their underwriters and AXA. Thankfully for me, their underwriters will insure me, but it's not that great. It's not all good news. So basically, my insurance last year, that's a red light. What the fuck was that about? My insurance last year was €900, which is still fucking mental money for an MT-07. I just don't understand my luck with insurance. My insurance is always a pain in the hole. So my insurance jumped up from €900 all the way up to €2,000, and that was €2,000 third party only. So I don't know what they do in other countries. So I know like the whole thing in America of like, you know, full cover and all that stuff. So my insurance basically covered me for if I was in an accident, I had insurance. That's basically all my insurance covered me. I rang up, pissed, as you would be, and I was like, you know, that's a fucking joke. But also what happened is that my premium from last year went from €900 to €1,700 on a renewal docket. So they basically calculate their renewals from last year's price. And funny enough, it went up because, you know, insurance. It said that my premium last year was €1,700. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, that just makes no sense. So they tell me that for me, because I switched to this bike, I think it cost me like €190 to insure this bike, but that was only for 2 months. So what they do is they calculate my monthly fee from last year and add €192 to the whole thing, and that's where they got that colossal fucking money. They basically insure me as if I was insured this bike since, you know, the start of the year, since I started my policy. But like, that's the shit you have to deal with. And in Ireland there's no competitive market. There's Liberty Insurance, AXA, and thankfully still Car and Lash. MCE are pulling out at the end of January, and Principal are going through AXA now. So we're basically fucked. No one will insure me on this bike. So after a lot of bickering, talk with a supervisor, get the help, I managed to get fully comprehensive insurance. So that's full coverage, all my medical expenses, all my gear covered, €1,500, which is a mental amount of money, but it is a lot better than 2,000 third party only. So for me, that's a big upgrade. And for the bike that I'm on now, why the fuck not? So like, it's paid now, and happy fucking days. It's Dunsky. So yeah guys, look, I just wanted to rant. Go on, you fucker. I didn't want to have a rant about that. I'm just almost at my mechanics now. I also wanted to say, hopefully the videos can start coming back now. They may look a bit odd. I've recently bought a Mac, so I'm getting used to editing on Final Cut Pro. I'll have the videos up when I can. But look guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next video.